Oh, dapat siguro din manonood ng yung Amsterdam Season 1 Episode 22 bago gawin itong reaction. Dobre doide, Severna Macedonia. My name is James and welcome to another Eurovision reaction video. And today I'm going to do a review of the North Macedonian entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2021, which will take place this May at Rotterdam, the Netherlands. So let's get to it and start reviewing. Joining his fellow classmates from the class of 2020 is VASIL GARVANLIEV, or VASIL, or otherwise known as VASIL. And he will return with the song Here I Stand. He was supposed to take part last year in the Eurovision Song Contest 2020, but unfortunately it was cancelled protocol by the coronavirus pandemic. He was supposed to perform the song You on the Rotterdam stage, but fortunately that did not happen. But he returns with a bang, with a banging ballad called Here I Stand. So before anything else, here's a look of Here I Stand by VASIL.
They all tried to break us, not knowing it's what makes us. This is how we found our way.
Here I Stand is quite a majestic song. It's very grand. It requires the need for a performance that is equally as grand, and I think it also requires a singer that can be grand, and I think VASIL fits the bill for that. VASIL is a trained opera singer. He has experience on the stage performing in front of hundreds if not thousands, and I think this is a song that is very suitable for a man of his talents of many talents. And it does help that he wrote the song. He wrote the song as more or less a reaction to the global crisis that we're facing right now, this whole coronavirus pandemic. I think out of all the entries we have this year, Here I Stand is probably our one and only proper COVID-19 related ballad. Every other ballad that we've had touches on different themes that is not necessarily have to do with the pandemic, but I think this one is something that it's more closely related to a very, very ongoing current event that we are living in the now. Here I Stand, for me personally, is a very personal song, and it does speak to the feelings that VASIL had when he wrote this at the height of the pandemic. That feeling of hopelessness, but at the same time, you have to know, you have to remember at the back of your mind that there is always going to be a light, an undying light at the end of a dark tunnel that is going to be there always, and you always have to look forward to that light, because even though we're in these very dark times at the moment, hope will never die. Hope will never ever die. And not something as horrible as a pandemic will not put us down. And that we can always expect better days. And there will always be better days ahead. The one thing that I noticed, and one thing that I really like about Here I Stand is the way it was made, the way how it is supposed to be received, or how it is supposed to be approached by listeners. It's a song that requires a lot of emotional investment coming from the listener, but at the same time, this is the kind of song that requires as much of an investment coming from the performer themselves. And I think because he is the writer of the song, he has been through every step of the creative process in making the song what it is now. I think VASIL is more than capable of bringing this to life, to be able to live the song, to be able to properly express his frustrations, his hopefulness into this 3 minutes of music. And I know that people, upon their first impression, may think that this song is quite Disney-esque or very musical in the way the song sounds to them. But I think it is by design because Vasil is a very musical person, and I think this plays to Vasil's strengths more than his previous entries would ever aspire itself to be. And that would serve as an advantage for him coming into the competition, coming to the contest once he is able to perform live in the Rotterdam stage, because he'll be comfortable with what he is doing. He'll be comfortable with something that he has a hand in making that really relies on his talents, in his abilities as an artist. I'm really thankful that he has this song to present to the rest of the world. For the most part, I think this will more or less going to be received well by the juries. But it's more of a question mark coming from the public. How would they respond to this? And I'm really hoping that and I always say this to a lot of entries that I like in every year of the song contest, that I really want all my favorites to go through to the final, but it cannot always be that way because we only have 10 spots from each semi-final reserved in the grand final, and we have like 17 to 16 entries trying to fight for one of those spots. So it's quite hard to tell if this is going to be a guaranteed qualifier. But at the same time, I think this is something that North Macedonia should be proud of. They should be proud of Vasil. They should be proud that they are able to create a song that really is a product that they can stand by with. So those are my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision content and more. This has been James. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Do wywiadanie. Bye! Paalam!